So this part now will be adding a new feature. We already have the add, the show, and the exit. So we need to be able to edit our to-do list. So we need to add that. So that will just be, I will just achieve that by adding um, a case. Remember, indentation is very important. So take note of it. So I'll call it edit. Semicolon. Like I said earlier, I'm using single quote here. You can use double quote. I know I said double quote is uh, preferable, but I'm just using this for consistency in this case. So that's also fine. But if you want to use double quote, that's also fine. So we'll do this, we'll create our input. So input, which is what? Number of the to do to edit. So we're asking the user to enter the number. That's how we can identify. So I'll make another variable, call it existing. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Existing. Existing to do. Call it that. This will take our to dos. Remember, to do is different. The variable to do is different from to dos. To dos is the entire list. So that's where we want to pick from. So that's why we're using that here. To do is the input the person is entering here. So please don't forget that. So we have to do's, then the number. So to take in the number the person entered to identify which of the to do the user wants to edit. So we have print. So for now, I want to print the existing one just to show. So existing to do to see what we have here. So we're testing this now. So, but to do this, okay, I've not added the option up here. You can see I just have add, show, and edit. So I have to add um, edit. So I have edit here, then exit. So that's fine. So it will recognize this. So to pick this, so I've added it. So when the user type edit, come here. So I've added that. So let's test our program. So we have this. So let's just add some. So clean. Let me add another and eat. And now let's show to check. Okay, we have that. So let us edit. It's asking us for a number. Let me take one. So having this error, and let's investigate the error. So on line 16, which is here. So it's telling us that type error. The list indices must be integers or slice, not strings. So which is true because we did not remember casting. We did not cast this, and like I told you, every input that it takes in Python naturally comes as string. So the input as a default come as string. So we have to do conversion or casting. So we have to convert it to integer. So I'll do this here, int. So this will, whatever input the user enters will, let me close the bracket. Now we should be numbers. So let's try and run the program again. So we have, let me add clean. Let me add another JSON it. So let's show, let's see. Okay, save. So let's edit now. So let's pick one, which is showing it, but and we all know why this is happening. I believe we all know why we have it here, even though it is the second one. I taught you guys in programming, especially in Python in this case, is it has what we call zero indexing. So it counts from zero, not one. So here, clean is the zero and it is the first position. So we'll have to fix that. So to do that, we'll just do simple mathematical manipulation. So okay, let me exit this program first. So now what we can do is from here, we can have number. That's still the same variable we have. So I want to change it so it will take So number one will be the first item. That's what I'm trying to achieve here. So to follow, so I'll do number minus 1. So if I do number minus 1, so if the user should enter 1, because that's naturally what the user will put to try to edit the first item in the to-do list, it will do that minus 1. So that will now go, will return it back to the 0 position. So in the example I earlier entered, so by the time I put 1, that will be 1 minus 1, which will be 0, which is the 0th position, like I told you, 0 indexing, so which would jump back to clean, which I entered in the previous one. So, well, let's save and run it to test our program. So have this, let me add. So it, in this case, I start with it, let me add again, and we have clean. And so let's show to see it. So we have it and clean. So it is at 0th position, clean is at the first position. So now let's edit. Sorry, edit. So let's use 1, and we can see is now what it that is there. So we're making tangible progress, but this is printing. But now we need to extend it to the point of actually editing the item. So we'll remove this part. I just did that so that I put this print for us to be able to see the output to make sure it's going where we need it to go. So now I'll create a new variable. Maybe I'll just call it new to do. It will be called to the input. So this will now be, so enter new to do. So in this way, sorry, at this point now to now allow us to update the to do. That's the existing to do we've chosen. So now, but this is just the input, so we have to make it actually do that in the code. So which is to do, so it will find that position as we entered it in the number. So to do's number, which is the number the person has entered now. So to pick the position as we have, then now we can have one new to do. So this will append, it will replace that one, new to do. Yeah. So I think, so let's test the program. So let me exist this first. So let's test the program and see what we have. So let me add. So we have it. Let me add again. We have clean. So now let's show to see. Okay. So now let's edit. So it's asking us for number. I'll use 1. So we want to edit the it. So it's asking us for a new to do. So now let's do read. And now let's show again to see. So perfect, our code works correctly. So now you can see before it was it, now it has changed to read. So it works perfectly. So we'll continue in the next video.